My name is David Siddons, and I am an independent reviewer of the best new construction condos in Miami. I have the website Lux Life Miami blog. It's well trafficked now for people who want information, the best new construction condos that exist across Miami and Fort Lauderdale. What I don't do is I don't just give general reviews of buildings. What I do is I get hyper granular and talk about what I think are the best lines within the project and why I think you should buy this over other buildings. It is independent. If you want to watch a general video of a building, you can do that through the developer. Watch my first video on 1428, by the way, if you want to get the overview of what we've discussed, the details of all the floor plans and the finishes and the location and how Brickell is and the history. This is very specific. This is after my first look at the project, what I like as the building that I would choose. What's the line that I would go for? And I'm standing here with Daniela. Thank you so much for doing this with me. We've traveled this road already once, going through the first video. You're the in-house expert. We're going to go straight into the O2 line. Duplex unit is the line that I like most in this project. And I've been through this with you already. There's two, isn't there? There's two mirror units to each other.
So you'll have the O2 line and also the O4. So really depending on where you prefer to enter into the unit, you can pick either or. But the O2 specifically, as you mentioned, is kind of a cult fan, or fan favorite, I should say. It's a duplex unit, so here you can see that two of the floors are illuminated.
Yeah.
It's a spacious unit designed to look like a house, to emulate a home, right? Rather than just an apartment, which in Miami, it's sort of a rarity to have this type of unit, this kind of structure.
It's a conversation I'm having more and more frequently, and I'm covering with the other condos in Brickell as well, this desire for a primary residence. 10 years ago, everyone was chasing those smaller 1 and 2 bedroom units. They wanted to rent them out, but Brickell got critical mass. It became very popular as a place to live and became the urban core as we know it today, where people want to come in and live all year round. Not everybody wants to be on the beach, and when you get to the beach, the numbers exponentially change. This building, well, it's blending out somewhere around, what, $2,000 a square foot?
Actually, around $1,600 a square foot, which is great.
So even less. And again, if you want to get into the specific numbers, give me a call, because I understand that when you watch this video, we're shooting this in August, times change, prices change. And obviously, relevant to how we rank the buildings, we also rank them not just against each other, but at the existing product within the market. But these large units are what people are going for, and I'm having a lot of calls where people say, you know what, I'm interested in Brickell and I'm interested in a condo, and I was thinking about a house, but now I'm thinking maybe a condo. Interestingly enough, a lot of buyers have been going down that road, and actually today, the inventory for luxury condos is less than the housing inventory. Watch the podcast that I'm doing with Craig from ISG World, and we're actually discussing what he's reported on in his findings and his research as an analyst of what's really happening in terms of the supply. But so this one got my attention, and we came into this, and just to flash up on the screen what this duplex looks like and why it's so interesting. And as you see in the picture, you see this like staircase that goes up, which is really unusual.
Beautiful. I mean, Chiterio himself designed these staircases not just as staircases, but as sculptures or pieces of artwork for the apartment, surrounded by marble, utilizing the same bronze as we see pretty much throughout the building to create kind of a continuity of space. They're designed for each one of its owners.
It is a beautiful unit. Now, I don't want to stress and get seduced by, oh, this visual is great and this is why I like it. I am not the kind of agent that just says, oh, this is really pretty, I think you should buy it. The economics of this unit make it interesting, and that's really what I'm going to get into, because I am an economist and I am a numbers guy and I'm an analyst, and that's why people call me. So give us the square footage of this unit.
This unit is about 3,500 square feet, with terraces, there's 2 in total, that equal about 843 square feet.
And what's the ceiling height of this unit?
It's 11 feet of height on each floor.
Okay, so that's high. That's higher than some of the other buildings you're going to find. Again, in this core, there's 3 buildings to consider: St. Regis, Cipriani, and 1428 Brickell. Now, they all have their pros and cons. There's no right or wrong here. It's just about the right unit for you. And if this duplex unit speaks to you, I'm going to give you reasons why this would be a first choice for many who want a house in the sky. The 11-foot ceilings, the staircase that goes up. What I find interesting about this is a lot of units, and this is why I got into this one with a particular client only last week. It has a bedroom downstairs, which to a large part could work as an office. But if you look at the floor plan as we flash it up, you can actually open up the wall into the living room area, making this frontage that goes across your actual view a combination of 11 feet plus another, I guess, we're talking about 30 stretching across. So now you're talking about 40 feet across the front.
Yeah, it's incredible.
This really got interesting for me because when we look at the penthouses don't have as much frontage across that, and that's a much more expensive proposition. Not that those aren't bad units, those are fantastic units, but value, pound for pound, this is a very hard unit to beat because that 40 foot at the front. And then what's interesting, because it's a 2-level unit, the second floor is where the bedrooms lie. Now, this particular situation I want to alert people to. If you are a buyer looking for a house in the sky and you work from home and you need an office that you want to get away, as I do all the time, from my kids trying to disturb me while I'm on a phone call, or maybe you need 2 offices. This is a building, this is a unit where you won't be compromised and stuck in the back bedroom away from the great view. You will still get the best view out over to the water and of the skyline of Brickell, and the bedrooms are separate. And this is why that is my favorite unit, because I have yet to find a unit floor plan that allows someone to have an expansive living room with ability to have an office far away from the bedrooms, even on a different floor. And that's why this is my favorite unit at 1428 Brickell. For more information, give me a call, shoot me an email.